guys, and welcome to my channel and welcome to this video. Today we will be painting yet another food illustration, and today that's going to be pancakes. And for the supplies I will be using all the same supplies I used previously for previous illustrations, and all of them are listed in the description box. So as I mentioned, we will be sketching some pancakes, and first I start with an oval that has one side a little bit flatter than the other, the lower side, and then just doing the next line for the side of the pancakes, and that's how I'm gonna draw all of my pancakes, stack of my pancakes. I do want to put on top a couple of berries, so I decided to add a blackberry, 2 blueberries, and a piece of a strawberry. So just gonna sketch them, and I'm not gonna be adding a lot of details. Those details are gonna be added when we start inking. And for the blackberry, just a heads up, when you are drawing your blackberry, don't put all of those little circles one next to each other, but make them look like one is on top of the other. That's how it's gonna look a little bit more believable. And when I was finished with my sketch, I was adding just basic inking, going on top of the lines that I did with my pencil, then erase the pencil lines, and after that I will be just going on top, adding a bit more of the details, some shading, and also some details and textures on the pancakes. On the first one, I'm just adding, when you fry your pancakes, they do have those little darker spots on them, and so I'm just adding those with my ink. On the blackberry, also adding some shadows, shading on the lower part of that each little circle, and also details on the strawberry, just looking where I want to put my shades. This time I'm using 005, a little bit thinner ink pen for those details. Same as on the first one. On the second, third, and fourth, I'm just adding a bit more of those details, and you can see that I'm just really scribbling. I'm not having any particular way of adding those details, but I'm just scribbling with my ink pen. I'm just playing. This is quite playful illustration, so just let loose. And between those pancakes, I do want to add a bit more of the ink just to distinguish them. And again, not any particular way. I'm just going back and forward with my ink, adding some parts, in some parts a little bit more of the black, some shading on the background. And when I was happy with my drawing, with inking, I mixed in a little bit of the yellow, a little bit of the black, and some leaf orange. Those are all colors from my autumn collection set of paints. And then I mixed in the same mixture, but this time a little bit more saturated and a little bit more black in the mix, and just adding it on top of the first layer while the paint is still wet, and in the parts where I think the shadows should be. After that, I just again picked up a little bit of leaf orange mixed in with yellow and went over all of my pancakes, and the upper part of the pancake also, which I do want to make it darker, and the sides I do want to make it lighter. Also adding a little bit more of the shades just beneath each pancake. One is casting shadow on the other, so I'm painting that part a little bit darker to make this illustration a little bit more three-dimensional. Mixing in some blue, sky blue, and some violet from the Dream collection. And also I picked up a little bit of the red. This is simply red from Etcher, because I wanted one very, very vibrant red. So for my strawberry, so I picked up that one from Etcher set. And for the blueberries, as I said, I mixed in sky blue and violet, and added a little bit more violet for the blackberry. And since I have added a lot of the details to my sketch, now just added a very light wash on the blackberry, and it already looks very nice and finished. A little bit more of the pink, of that violet, a little bit more of the brownish, darker brown on the spots where the shadows are, just adding a bit more details here and there. Watercolors do dry lighter, so sometimes you would have to do a little bit more layers until you are happy with how it looks at the end. Also added a bit more of the pigment to the background. Some splatters, of course. And also added a little bit more of the detail to the strawberry. And I wanted to distinguish even more those parts in between the pancakes, so I'm adding a little bit more of the black in between. And when it all dried, I just added one on top yellow glazing. It just made those pancakes shine like we added oil on top of the pancakes. So I really do like adding glaze with yellow, so I just added it on top when it was fully dry. A little bit more of the black in between for the shadows. Splatters with violet. And some splatters with red. And I am picking up a little bit more water because I wanted those splatters to be more random, to be a little bit more like some puddles rather than splatters. And I dried that part where the berries are and also where the pancakes are, because I decided to add a little bit white pen on top, Posca pen. And it should be fully dry before you do that, because otherwise it will just spill and it really wouldn't leave. This Posca pen is reactive with water and it will just, it will not stay on one place if the paper is wet. A little bit more splatters with black, and that is it. We are done. We're done with our, I guess, 7th illustration. So bravo for you. And yeah, a little bit more of that shine on top. So I hope, guys, you enjoyed this video. Also, you're gonna give this a try. And don't forget, real-time videos, real-time tutorials plus sketches are available for my channel members. So if you want to read a little bit more about that, how to become a channel member, there is a link in the description box. Anyhow, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't done that, do it. And again, thank you so much for watching. I hope I'll see you next time. Bye!